So you need this microphone, G, if you're reading from the... He's reading something?
No, it's for live streaming.
We want to stream live.
Oh, yeah.
Need something to give us that?
Oh, what, yes, yeah, what you been... We're already streaming? Hare Krishna. Nothing like a little surprise. Oh, I thought you'd said, oh, Ramananda Prabhu's reading something. And then he ran off to get the computer. I thought, oh, wow, Ramananda's got some nectar for us. Hare Krishna.
Very slow reader.
Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaura Hari Mo.
We have been reading from Affectionate Guidance. Really nice.
Yes, it is.
The Spanish,
Okay.
the Spanish translation.
Okay.
For
Yes. Okay. Let me just find Affectionate Guidance. And then we can continue reading from that beautiful book. Affectionate Guidance. There it is. Jai Shri Affectionate Guidance of Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj. And you can tell me where we are in this wonderful book.
okay, so
Oh, it looks like you're quite a long way through it.
yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Right, we read chapter 21, the eternal service of Sri Gaura Saraswati.
Jai Shri Gurudev Ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. So you say we finished 21.
Yes. Very beautiful chapter explaining the reason why we sing
Yeah.
Sri Gaura, Sri Saraswati out.
Yes. Yes, and it was Janardhan Maharaj who started to sing it every day, asked to sing it every day in Sokel, and then Gurudev happily did, and then thought, oh, we can also do. Okay, so we finished that chapter. I know every chapter is wonderful. Hare Krishna. So we're going to continue with 22. Is that the plan? See?
El capítulo 22.
TK? Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll read from chapter 22 of Affectionate Guidance. And I'm going to read in English. And what, you're just following along in Spanish, or somebody's reading out loud in Spanish?
He's following along.
Oh. Número 22. Capítulo. What's chapter?
Capítulo
Capítulo 22.
22.
Yes, 22. Okay, and it's called The Voice of Sri Chaitanyadev. El Voca. What's voice?
La voz.
La voz del Señor Sri Chaitanya Dev. Okay, so it begins. Anyera hridaya mana, mora mana vrindavana. Mane mane ekka kari jani. Taha tomara padadvaya, karaha yadi udaya. Tabe tomara purna kripamani. The illusory environment is always attacking and disturbing the jiva souls in so many ways. Well, that we know very well. The illusory environment is always attacking and disturbing the jiva souls in so many ways. But Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, started the cleansing process like Gundicha Marjana, the cleansing of the Lord's temple. This was his first work in this world. Hare Krishna. What was his first work? What was his first work in this world? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. In Espanol, the first work.
La limpieza del templo del Señor.
What?
La limpieza del templo del Señor. Esa fue su primera labor. De Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Empezó el proceso de limpieza. Proceso de limpieza.
De limpieza.
Limpieza.
Limpieza. Limpieza. His first work. This was his first work in the world. Why? The heart. Kuro. Corazon must be made like Vrindavan. Hare Krishna. The heart, corazon, must be made like Vrindavan. Many disturbing elements are in the jungle. What's in the jungle? I don't know whether this system is working so well, this system of following along. Many disturbing elements are in the jungle. But there is nothing like that in Vrindavan. Nothing to attack you. Everything in Vrindavan is perfectly pure. Pure is what? Puro? Puro. Perfect, puro perfecti.
Que el corazón debe volverse como Vrindavan.
Ah.
So you can read one line and I can translate.
Yes, okay.
Jungle is home.
Right. He says the heart must be made like Vrindavan. It won't do to keep a jungle in the heart.
No funcionará mantener una jungla en el corazón.
Una junglo in the corazon, no good. Many disturbing elements are in the jungle.
Muchos elementos perturbantes están en la jungla.
In the jungla. But there is nothing like that in Vrindavan.
Pero no existe nada de eso en Vrindavan.
Everything in Vrindavan is perfectly pure.
Todo en Vrindavan es perfectamente puro.
Perfectamente puro. So we must worship the Supreme Lord purely.
Así que debemos adorar al Señor Supremo puramente.
To mix with Maya for our sense pleasure and invite God in our heart is gross hypocrisy.
Mezclarse con Maya para nuestro placer sensorial e invitar a Dios a nuestros corazones es hipocresía gruesa.
With great force, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur did everything in their power to smash such hypocrisy.
Con mucha fuerza, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur y Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur hicieron todo en su poder para aplastar tal hipocresía.
Hare Krishna. We have to have the understanding and the faith that everything we ever wanted is in Krishna consciousness. That we have to come to that realization.
Que tenemos que venir a esa realización de que todo lo que queremos es la conciencia de Krishna.
Guru Maharaj says that we're in the procession to Vrindavan, to the land of our dreams.
Guru Maharaj dice que estamos en una procesión en camino a la tierra de nuestros sueños.
Yeah. the land of our dreams, where every atom of what the heart is looking for, the happiness, the pleasure, the fulfillment, every atom of that is satisfied in Vrindavan.
Where every atom is,
Of the heart's hankering.
que donde cada átomo de lo que el corazón desea es satisfecho allí.
So we have to realize this by hearing from the sadhus
Tenemos que realizar esto por
and
oír
understand
de
him.
los sabios.
Otherwise, if we're saying, "Oh, please, God, come to my heart," but our heart is full of the dirt of the world, then how will it come?
Si pedimos al Señor que venga a nuestros corazones, que descienda, pero nuestro corazón está lleno de todas las cosas que no queremos.
If I think I'm going to find my satisfaction some other road,
Si pensamos que vamos a alcanzar esa satisfacción por otros caminos,
then it's a very, this is our biggest problem. This is our main problem.
este es nuestro verdadero problema.
So we're praying to Gurudev, please give me
Estamos
some,
hablando con Dios.
keep me close, slap me around the head.
Manténme cerca y dame unas
Don't let me,
bofetadas.
yes. So he's talking about Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Their first work was to preach Harinam, the name.
Su primer trabajo fue predicar el nombre.
In Bengal, so many would chant the name, but in a hashish smoking party,
En Bengala tantos cantaban el nombre, pero en medio de una fiesta de fumar hashish.
a fiesta del fumar hashish party, Harinam. Some would chant for hours on end.
Algunos cantaban por horas.
There was no dearth, there was no lack of such Harinam in Bengal, but the qualification of real purity was not there, was absent.
No había carencia de tal Harinam en Bengal, pero la calificación de la pureza real estaba ausente.
Because of this, Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya, or religious succession, became completely adulterated.
Por eso la Sampradaya o la sucesión religiosa de Mahaprabhu se tornó completamente adulterada.
People said the name Vaishnava with hatred.
La gente decía el nombre Vaishnava con odio.
The groups known as Neda, Darabe, Shani, Aul, Baul, Kattabhaja, etc., they all made such a hodgepodge of Mahaprabhu's high and confidential teachings of divine perfection that Mahaprabhu was no longer respected by the people.
Los grupos conocidos como Neda, Darabesha, Sami, Aul, Baul, Kartabaya, etc., todos ellos hicieron tal mezcolanza de las enseñanzas elevadas y confidenciales de la perfección divina de Mahaprabhu, de forma que Mahaprabhu ya no era respetado por la gente.
If anyone said, "A Vaishnava is at the door," the head of the family would say, "Oh, give him a little rice and send him away." Such was the conception the common people had of Vaishnavas.
Si alguien decía, un Vaishnava está en la puerta, la cabeza de la familia decía, o dale un poco de arroz y despáchalo. Tal era la concepción de la gente en general de los Vaishnavas.
So everything was adulterated. You know that word? Adulterated?
Que todo estaba adulterado.
Yes.
Cuando se pierde la pureza. Se distorsiona.
Yes, like contaminated, yes. Or
diluido,
Yeah.
diluted.
Diluted. Like in India, they'll take some ghee, which is expensive to buy ghee, and then they'll mix some, some other oil.
Que en India adulteran también las cosas. Por ejemplo, un ghee puro, le pueden agregar unos aceites para
Right.
rendirlo y venderlo al mismo
Yes. This
precio
is
del ghee.
adulterated. And the devotees are the most wonderful thing. The devotees are wonderful.
Y los devotos son las personas más maravillosas.
But everything had become spoiled.
Pero todo se ha vuelto destruido, adulterado.
Adulterated. Yes, they'd become adulterated by the, and we see now also, it's not just in the time of Mahaprabhu, now also many people are singing Hare Krishna in a Fiesta del Fumo Ashish, still today also going
Y no
on.
era solamente en la época esa de Mahaprabhu, también es ahora. Que mucha gente canta Hare Krishna, pero también están intoxicados.
And Gurudev, in one of the books, maybe Search for Sri Krishna, when someone asks Guru Maharaj, oh Guru Maharaj, so many things I've given up eating meat, I'm chanting Hare Krishna, I'm doing so many things, but one thing I can't give up is hashish, he says to Guru Maharaj.
En el tiempo de Guru Maharaj, algún devoto le preguntó que le estaba diciendo que había dejado todo, había dejado de comer carne, había dejado muchas cosas, pero que no podía dejar la fumar hashish.
And Guru Maharaj said two things to him.
Y Guru Maharaj dijo dos cosas a él.
He said, firstly, actually that's a small thing.
Y dijo, primero, eso es una cosa muy pequeña.
Our real enemies are lust, anger, pride, illusion, and like that.
Y le dijo, nuestros verdaderos enemigos es la lujuria, la ira, la codicia,
But so on the one hand he said it's a small thing, but on the other hand he said, but it's the enemy of faith.
Dice que de un lado no es tan gran cosa, pero del otro es un enemigo de la fe.
Because in this life there's many difficulties in this life.
Porque dice que en esta vida hay muchas dificultades.
And you are only young, but you know that already.
Y ustedes son muy jóvenes, pero ya saben eso.
It's not just a bowl of cherries.
No es simplemente un plato de cerezas.
And when we have trouble in our life and we have difficulty, we've been given the medicine for that.
Y cuando nosotros tenemos dificultades en nuestra vida, nos han dado ya la medicina para esa dolencia.
Yeah, the solution.
La solución.
That how will this is very difficult situation. I'm very sad. It's very difficult for me. What shall I do? Then Gurudev's given us our treatment.
Una dificultad, un problema, una situación difícil, pero Gurudeva nos ha dado la medicina para ese problema.
And that's when we sing, we chant Harinam, and we sing the songs with the devotees, and we pray, and we take the name of Gauranga.
Y esa es cuando uno canta en congregación con los devotos, cuando ora,
Nityananda.
cuando canta el mantra, el compañero devoto.
And this will give us relief and nourishment and keep us going to the land of our dreams.
Esto nos va a dar alivio, nos va a nutrir, inspiración y nos va a dirigir en camino a la tierra de los sueños.
That is where we're finding our shelter.
That's what we find.
Yes, that's where we will find our shelter.
Allí es donde vamos a encontrar nuestro refugio.
But if we go for our shelter to drugs or something else, that's not feeding faith. It's not encouraging faith. It's the enemy of faith.
Pero si vamos a buscar el refugio en droga o en otras cosas negativas, ese va a ser el enemigo de la fe.
So it's both things. On the one hand, it's not a big thing. On the other hand, it is.
En una manera, en un lado no es una cosa pequeña, pero la otra sí es muy grande.
Anyway, Hare Krishna. So Mahaprabhu came with this beautiful Nam Sankirtan, and people in the Kirtan of Mahaprabhu were in ecstasy. They were completely intoxicated.
Mahaprabhu vino con el Harinam Sankirtan y los devotos asociados estaban en éxtasis con el Harinam Sankirtan.
Absolutely intoxicated with Krishna Prema.
Absolutamente intoxicados con Krishna Prema.
And then Mahaprabhu left.
Y después Mahaprabhu se fue.
And in the course of time,
y en el curso del transcurso del tiempo,
some people forgot, or things went down.
Y en el curso del tiempo, las cosas se fueron perdiendo, se fueron olvidando.
And that purity was lost.
Y esa pureza fue perdida.
And that ecstasy was lost.
Y ese éxtasis también fue perdido.
And now people are partying, have some party kirtan.
Y ahora la gente tiene, you mean now?
No, after some time after Mahaprabhu.
Después de que Mahaprabhu se partió, algunas veces tenían Sankirtan también.
And it got so bad that people, when they thought of Vaishnavas, they thought, oh, these people, they're just like junkie hippie type people.
Y se volvió tan mal que cuando la gente pensaba de los Vaishnavas, decían,
very bad.
Se referían mal de ellos.
Very bad.
Muy mal.
And when they came to beg at the door, the sadhu, the Vaishnava, they just said, oh, just give him some rice and send him away.
Y cuando los Vaishnavas venían a mendigar algo en las casas,
this is a very sad, very sad situation that happened. You know, from the days of Mahaprabhu, when thousands of people with hundreds of madangas and taught, you know, Rathayatra, had gone from that to that in a short time, really.
En el transcurso de un corto tiempo, desde que Mahaprabhu vino, con un montón de devotos, con gran Sankirtan, hasta llegar a ese punto de tan mal. Pasó muy poco tiempo.
Yes, couple of
Short, en poco tiempo pasó todo eso.
Yes, and it was Bhaktivinoda Thakur here, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur here. They were the ones in the modern age who cleaned everything.
Que fue Bhaktivinoda Thakur y Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur quienes pudieron limpiar todo eso.
And it's like finding the golden, you know, or some dirty gold or something and cleaning it off.
Como encontrar un oro y limpiarlo, un oro sucio y limpiarlo.
So Gurudev's saying, so it had become, it had gone down, but the real Vaishnav Dharma is Jaiva Dharma, the nature of the soul, the divine life of the soul.
Pero el verdadero Vaishnava Dharma es Jaiva Dharma, la naturaleza del alma, la vida divina del alma.
Jaiva Dharma. They're very good words to know. Jaiva Dharma. The life of the soul.
Jaiva Dharma es una buena palabra para aprender. La naturaleza del alma.
This isn't just some religion.
Esto no es simplemente una religión.
Like fire has its dharma. Fire has its dharma.
El fuego tiene su dharma también.
It's hot.
Su naturaleza es caliente.
It doesn't matter if you're a Christian or a Buddhist,
No importa si eres budista o cristiano
or a Vaishnava,
o un Vaishnava,
or a anything,
cualquier cosa.
because the nature of fire is hot.
Porque la naturaleza del fuego es caliente.
So that's the dharma of fire.
Ese es el dharma del fuego.
So what we are dealing with, Jaiva Dharma, is the dharma of the soul, of you, of the conscious thing that is you.
Que lo que estamos ahora lidiando con es el Jaiva Dharma, la naturaleza del alma. Es tú.
Do. It doesn't matter if you're a Buddhist or a Christian or anything else. The soul is the soul. It has its nature.
No importa si eres budista o cristiano, lo que sea, el alma tiene su naturaleza.
That's what we're studying.
Eso es lo que estamos
And
estudiando.
that's what we're learning.
Y eso es lo que estamos aprendiendo.
And one time, Guru Maharaj asked the devotees, he was going around, so what is Krishna consciousness?
Y una vez Guru Maharaj le estaba preguntando a los devotos, a cada uno le preguntaba, ¿qué es la conciencia de Krishna?
So you can imagine you're sitting there in the class, you're trying to, you don't want to be in the front of the class, and then Guru Maharaj is looking at you and saying, oh, so what is Krishna consciousness? You have to
Imagínate
answer.
que tú estés en la clase de Guru Maharaj y él te va a preguntar, a cada uno se está escondiendo,
Yeah.
y él te pregunta, ¿qué es la conciencia de Krishna?
So somebody said it's to, worship Krishna, and someone saying to chant so many rounds.
Algunos dijeron, es practicar la conciencia de Krishna, otros cantar tantos números de rondas.
And
What
Gu-
is?
huh?
What is?
And Guru Maharaj, I mean, there's many answers you can say, but on this day, Guru Maharaj said, Krishna consciousness is reality.
Y en esa vez Guru Maharaj dijo, la conciencia de Krishna es la realidad.
So, we should become familiar with it.
Entonces debemos familiarizarnos con él.
That's what we're dealing with.
Eso es lo que estamos.
We're not dealing with some, it's not some religious thing.
No hay ningún tipo de religiones.
It's how all this works.
Es como todo esto funciona.
And we're looking for the juice.
Estamos buscando por
That's what we want.
el jugo, la esencia.
The rasa. That's what we want. Everyone is looking for that. What's rasa in Spanish?
La velocidad, raza, velocidad.
Ah, yes, the juice.
Néctar.
Nectar.
El néctar.
Yes, that's what everyone wants.
Eso es lo que todo el mundo quiere, el néctar.
Someone say, I don't like religion. Okay.
Alguna gente dice, no me gusta la religión.
Someone say, I don't like philosophy. It's boring.
No me gusta la filosofía, es aburrida.
Okay. You like pleasure?
¿Te gusta el placer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want the most pleasure? You spend all your life looking for pleasure?
¿Quieres placer? ¿Eso es lo que estás buscando?
See?
Sí.
Right. Who will deny that?
¿Quién va a negar eso?
That's what we're dealing with.
Eso es lo que estamos haciendo.
Because our gurus tell us the nature of reality is full of pleasure.
Porque nuestro gurú dice que la naturaleza
It's
del alma, the nature of the soul,
the nature of reality
la naturaleza de la realidad
is overflowing with pleasure.
está
Rasa, juice, sweetness, ananda. It's the nature of everything. And of course you're looking for it. It's what we were made for.
Es la naturaleza de todo de lo que estamos hechos.
But they also tell us how we can taste it.
También nos dicen cómo debemos probarlo.
How do we taste that? What we're looking for.
Cómo probar lo que estamos buscando.
And then we have to be changed, our mentality,
Entonces tenemos que cambiar nuestra
how we
mentalidad.
will get that. With the spirit of, I will take it for me, I will grab that pleasure and I will keep it. We can't get it like that. It
Que no
won't
podemos tenerlo si
happen.
queremos agarrarlo solo para nosotros.
Oh yeah. Hare Krishna. It won't happen, and that we have to become servitors of that pleasure.
Tenemos que volvernos sirvientes de ese placer.
Servitors of that beautiful person who is bliss personified.
Tenemos que volvernos sirvientes de esa persona que es
And
la
then
felicidad personificada.
and taking us to that land,
Llevarnos a esa tierra,
taking us to that beautiful place.
llevarnos a ese lugar hermoso.
And the only thing we have to do is want to go there.
Y lo único que tenemos que hacer es que nosotros queramos
You
ir
know,
allí.
you know. Hare Krishna. So we're praying for that. Praying for some sincerity.
Estamos orando por un poco de sinceridad
To go to the land of our dreams.
para orar y ir a la tierra de nuestros sueños.
Here we are. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jivara Svarupa Hoy Krishna Nityadas. Krishna Tatashta Shakti Bheda Ved Prakash. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught the real identity of the soul is an eternal servitor of Krishna.
Este es un verso muy importante del Chaitanya Charitamrita, que lo acaba de decir. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ha enseñado la verdadera identidad del alma es la de un servidor eterno de Krishna.
He is Krishna's marginal potency, present, simultaneously distinct, yet non-different from Krishna.
Él es la potencia marginal de Krishna, presente simultáneamente, distinto y aún así no distinto de Krishna.
So there he's telling us how we go to taste that,
Y allí nos dice cómo podemos hacer para llegar a probar eso,
to find what we're looking for.
de encontrar lo que estamos buscando
We do that by giving,
y hacerlo por dar,
to serve the Lord, to serve the devotees.
servir al Señor y a los devotos.
Jiva Doya, Krishna Nama,
Nameruchi,
Namaruchi.
Vaishnava Seva.
Vaishnav Seva, yes.
And Dauji knows already that.
Very
Tú
good.
sabes ese significado. Lo vimos el otro día. ¿Te acuerdas? Jive Nameruchi Vaishnava Seva. ¿Te acuerdas?
Yeah.
Jive Doya.
No, sí, pero uno es...
Jiva Doya.
Algo del santo.
Ajá.
Y...
Vaishnava Seva. Nameruchi.
Servicio.
Al Vaishnava. Vaishnava Seva.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful. Jiva Doya, kindness to all the living entities.
Compasión por todas las entidades vivientes.
And the kindest thing we can do for them is to share something of what we know of Krishna
Y
consciousness.
lo mejor que podemos hacer con esas personas, con otras entidades, es compartir lo que sabemos de la conciencia de Krishna.
However little it is,
Así sea muy pequeño,
something.
algo.
Hare Krishna. And it was this type of transcendental knowledge that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami brought here.
Y fue este tipo de conocimiento trascendental el que Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami trajo aquí.
It was already present but hidden in the scriptures or holy books, and he revealed it.
Eso ya estaba presente, pero oculto en las escrituras o libros santos, y él lo reveló.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Any question?
¿Una pregunta?
You have a question? Oh,
Disrepair, have a question.
oh yeah? You have to write that when I have a question, I know that I'm going to forget my question. So when I have a question, I write it down somewhere, and then when the situation arises and someone to ask, go on.
Give
2
me 1
minutes.
second.
2 minutes. He's just formulating his question. That's what I have to do. I have to write, ah.
La de cómo convivir con las personas que no son de Europa.
Right. It's a question.
What happened to she forgetting? Do you forget English already?
Yeah.
Can you try to say your question in English, perhaps?
Your English was very good when I was here before Christmas.
¿Cómo se dice convivir?
Conviviation.
How to deal with people that are non-devotees.
Yes. Right.
No?
Right.
Was it?
Yes.
Like friends.
Yes, yes. Well, we Guru Dev, Srila Govinda Maharaj's Samadhi is in Navadvip, and another one in Govardhan, and another one in Italy.
Que el samadhi de Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Goswami Maharaj, está uno en Navadvip, uno en Govardhan y uno en Italy.
And California.
Y California también.
And the names of these...
Venezuela.
And Venezuela also?
They have a murti, but
Okay, very nice. Not exactly Samadhi, but Murti. He's there, yes, yes. Anyway, his temple is called the Temple of Love and Affection.
¿Entendiste?
Yo sí.
Que su templo es el templo del amor y el afecto.
Tempio del amore e puro affetto in Italiano, if I remember right. If I remember. Love and affection. This is the most powerful. When I joined the devotees, it wasn't because they were telling me so many things. It was because of love and affection.
Que cuando él se volvió devoto no era porque le estaban diciendo muchas cosas acerca de la filosofía, era por el amor y el afecto.
So, we just want to be kind and friendly with everyone.
Que tenemos que ser buenos y con todos,
As possible.
tanto como sea posible.
It's normal, you're not going to get on with everyone in the school, but you don't want to make, you want to be kind and friendly to everyone as possible by you.
Que no es que vas a ser amigable con todos, vas a hacer amistad con todos, pero trata de siempre ser bueno y amigable con todos.
And make friends.
Y hacer amistades.
And then it becomes very natural and easy.
Entonces se vuelve muy natural y fácil.
Then they will ask you,
Y después te van a preguntar a ti,
you live in a temple?
¿tú vives en un templo?
What do you do there?
¿Qué haces tú allí?
Can I come
¿Puedo ir
and see?
y ver?
Because it's coming to affection.
Entonces viene como un afecto allí.
Affection makes everything easy.
Afecto hace todo muy fácil.
Or even the most difficult things become easier when we're through affection.
Hasta las cosas más difíciles se pueden volver fáciles si es con afecto.
And then you can share something happily.
Y puedes compartir algo felizmente.
So that's Jiva Doya.
Eso es compasión por las almas.
Namaruchi is to sing Harinam and to sing the songs.
Namaruchi es cantar las canciones.
We like to do that.
Nos gusta hacer eso.
It's part of what we do.
Es parte de lo que hacemos.
And we want to namaruchi. We want to have taste for doing it.
Y queremos alcanzar un sabor por hacerlo. We want to reach, what do you say? We want
To have some taste for doing
acquire
it.
some taste.
Yes, we want to sing the songs. We like to sing the song.
Desarrollar un sabor por
We
querer
like to
hacerlo.
chant Hare Krishna.
Desarrollar un sabor,
Huh?
un sabor.
And to serve the devotees.
Y servir a los devotos.
And Jiva Doya means kind to everyone.
Y Jiva Doya significa ser bueno con todos, las almas, tener compasión por todas las almas. Compassion also.
Yes, compassion, yes, kindness and compassion. And then when you have some friends, then you will understand, oh, this friend is interested. They want to hear something.
Puedes ver que algunos están interesados.
And you can tell them about Mahaprabhu or Krishna, the beautiful, beautiful personality with his peacock feather or his bangle, like that.
Y le puedes decir acerca de la personalidad de Mahaprabhu o de Krishna.
Then you can understand, yes. And some people you may tell a lot, and somebody you may not tell anything.
Y algunos les puede decir mucho y otros no les puede decir nada.
You know, you have to, we can be kind with everyone.
Podemos ser
As
buenos
possible.
tanto como sea posible.
You know, we know school is not easy.
Sabemos que la escuela no es fácil.
This whole life is not easy. We have to go through.
Toda nuestra vida no es fácil.
But we are in a wonderful family with a wonderful captain of the boat.
Que estamos en una familia muy
Mixing my
bonita,
metaphor.
con un perfecto capitán.
And Hare Krishna.
¿Ya tienes la pregunta tú?
Pues sí, ¿cómo? Bueno, sabemos que, tú puedes decirlo así, sabemos que la cierta variedad de religiones, católicos, cristianos, no, ellos no pueden como dar o explicar exactamente muchas cosas de las que pasan, ¿no? Como decir karma o cosas así.
We know that many religions like Buddhist, Christian, they cannot explain what is happening because they don't know about karma. And
También se dice que pues, la conciencia de Krishna es a un nivel de un proceso científico. Entonces, ¿cómo?
que dice que
Que es un proceso científico lo que estamos practicando.
he said that Krishna consciousness is like a scientific process.
Yes.
Entonces, ¿cómo uno puede explicar de una manera ortodoxa y simplificada de un aspecto científico a cuando uno está predicando a una persona que no tiene conocimiento de la conciencia de Krishna? O sea, de una manera científica, ¿cómo uno puede explicar que todo, que Dios existe?
How can we explain in a scientific way to them that God exists?
Right. Well, all these questions have been answered by our Guru Varga.
Que todas estas preguntas ya han sido respondidas por nuestros gurus.
You know, what's that little book called? Home Comfort.
El pequeño libro que se llama Confort de Hogar.
Guru Maharaj says, listen to me carefully. I will explain to you, independent of any, how does he say it? I will...
Guru Maharaj dice, óyeme atentamente, te voy a explicar.
Free from any other philosophical or religious he's saying, just listen to me and I'll try and explain to you. Put everything else away and listen.
Que dice, óyeme atentamente, pon todo de un lado y escúchame atentamente.
You know, there are 3 planes of existence.
Hay 3 planos de existencia.
Exploiting,
explotación,
which is where we are.
que es donde estamos.
And those, the second plane, those that see exploiting is bad, I will give it up.
Y esos que ven al plano de la explotación malo, entonces lo quieren dejar.
Renunciation.
Renunciación.
And there is a third plane,
Y hay un plano, el tercer plano,
dedication.
de dedicación.
So in so many places, Gurudev, Guru Ma, all our acharyas, Srila Prabhupada has said very simply, listen, bang, 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 bang.
Que todos nuestros acharyas han dicho
Right?
muy simplemente
Yes.
este proceso.
And we can try all those things,
Y podemos tratar todo esto.
and it may or may not have any effect with who we're talking to.
Y puede tener o no tener un efecto con las personas que estamos hablando.
Because everyone's different.
Porque todos son diferentes.
You know, to preach is well, what can we say? We're just trying to. Anyway, I don't know what to say about that. We're going to try. If there was a scientific formula, you say A, you say B, you say C, you say D, and then they become a devotee, we'd have millions of
Que
devotees.
si tuviera una fórmula científica de A y B y C, entonces sería muy fácil y ya tendría muchos
You know, because we know it's all there.
Porque sabemos que todo está allí. But you were already saying that previously in the first question. It's all to do with love and affection.
Yes.
It comes down to that.
Yes, yes.
Es que él, la pregunta anterior que respondió, viene la misma respuesta, que está hablando de el amor y el afecto. ¿No?
Yes.
Creo que si vas a hablar de mucha teoría y no tienes ningún...
Because the devotees are trying heart and soul to live in a land of love and affection.
Que los devotos están tratando profundamente con corazón y alma.
You know, and most people in this world are not trying to do that.
De hacer eso, y hay mucha gente que no están haciendo eso.
You know, mostly we're trying to be the best exploiters we can be.
Y muchas personas lo que están tratando de alcanzar es de ser los mejores explotadores.
You know, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, of millions of people, hardly anyone is interested in spiritual life.
Él dice que Krishna dice en el Bhagavad Gita que millones y millones de ellos, hay muy pocos los que se interesan por la conciencia de Krishna.
And of the ones who are interested in spiritual life, who go to the church, who go to the mosque, who go to the temple, who go to wherever, hardly anyone knows me.
Y que de tantos que van a diferentes lugares como mosquita, iglesia, cualquier tipo de religión, casi ninguno de ellos me conoce a mí.
So this is why the devotees are so special and are so worshipable, and
Que por eso es que los devotos son tan especiales y son adorables.
and we're so lucky,
Y somos muy afortunados
to have their association and to be able to try to assist them and give some energy.
De tener su asociación y de asistirlos y dar un poco de nuestra energía.
That will be to our eternal benefit.
Por nuestro beneficio eterno, para nuestro beneficio.
We won't lose it.
No lo vas a perder.
It will come with us. If we get hit by a bus tomorrow, that we will still have.
Que nosotros lo vamos a tener aunque nos atropelle un bus.
Whereas all the money and all the possessions, they will be gone, finished.
Que todas nuestras posesiones y dinero
You can't take
se terminará.
terminable. But some little service and some little desire to do service, that is our wealth.
Que un poco el deseo de servir, eso es nuestra riqueza.
That's treasure, pranadhana.
Un tesoro, pranadhana.
The wealth of our life, the treasure of
La
our
riqueza de
life.
nuestras vidas. El deseo de servir.
So if we can make friends with people and they like us, and we have some nice relationship, then it's easy to tell them about Krishna
Nosotros
consciousness.
podemos hacer alguna amistad y podemos decirles acerca de la conciencia de Krishna.
And we have to practice, like everything, you know, to talk with
Tenemos que
people.
practicar. Srila Swami Maharaj, when in the beginning, he had a lot of conversations with scientists.
Yes. Yes.
Explain many of those
Yes.
things. Srila Prabhupada, en el principio, cuando estaba predicando la conciencia de Krishna, él tuvo muchas conversaciones con científicos y los convirtió en muchos.
There's all in Srila Prabhupada's books. There's many. I'm trying to think of one particular. Is it the? I can't remember the name of it. A compilation book of writings. Oh, this.
Answer, question and answer.
Uh-huh.
The science of outdoor.
Oh, Science of Self-Realization. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yes. Yes. That's a wonderful book, Science of Self-Realization. It's different small chapters, different things, talking with this person, talking with that person.
Son pequeños
Yes.
capítulos que tienen preguntas y respuestas.
And I think mostly if we share what we like about Krishna consciousness, what makes us happy and excited about Krishna
Si
consciousness.
compartimos lo que nos gusta de la conciencia de Krishna, lo que nos inspira, lo que nos hace feliz,
And to keep hearing.
y continuar oyendo.
And it's good to have a notebook.
Es bueno que tengas un cuaderno.
And when you hear something you like, that touches you, you can write it down.
Cuando oyes algo que de verdad te llega allí al alma, escríbelo.
Yeah, then you can just scribble out. And you remember it, maybe.
Entonces te vas a acordar.
And then when you're talking with someone, you can use it.
Y cuando tú hablas con alguien, como de tus científicos, amigos,
Yes.
se puede compartir.
Because we are students. We are students.
Porque somos estudiantes.
So students should have a book, should have a pen.
Estudiantes deben tener un cuaderno y un lápiz.
That's normal.
Somos estudiantes todos.
Otherwise, you hear so many things. How are you?
Entonces oyes muchas cosas y se pueden olvidar. You have a question?
Can you explain some about Namavasa?
Namavasa, not so detailed. I can't. No, I know that Gurudev, although there's 4 different ones. Basically, the root of them all is inattentive chanting. That's what it means, really. There's the one where you use the holy name to mean something else, like doing the beats of the Madanga. There's where you say jokingly, oh, here come this silly Hare Krishna, something like that. I can't even remember the 4, but they all come from inattentive chanting. The words are just coming out. Hare Krishna this, Hare Krishna that, Hare Krishna something else. It is Hare Krishna, but it's not our prayerful we're not giving it our heartfelt attention. That's what Namavasa is, however it comes out. So it's a shadow of that. It's a something of that, but it's not what we want to be. we heard that recently of Shileka saying about Guru Maharaj saying that all the knowledge of everything, all the scriptures, all the things that are there, all that should bring us to the point where I realize I am the most needy. You know, I am the most... That's what all that can teach us, that I am the most in... And then if we can hold that when we're chanting, Hare Krishna, you know, try just that. We're beggars of the holy name. Then, you know, then that's a good thing, I think. And inattentive there's Namabas, but that Abas can come easily all the time. It just becomes, what's the word? You know, you can chant inattentively, you can be in the program inattentive, you can do anything Abas, can't you really? Especially when it's something you do every day, you know, you can just gone. So, you know, Krishna consciousness, the consciousness is the part. And Namabas is that. It means inattentive. You're saying it, but for whatever reason it is, you're not really thinking about it. You're not really aware of what you're doing. That we're calling, that prayer is calling to Srimati Radharani and the Lord, please use me. You know, let me be utilized by you. Take me. My energy is yours. You please use me for your service. I mean, it's the most highest, most beautiful call. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But we just, you know, And I heard Kala Chand as Shuta's Vaishnava Maharaj's son is collecting as many as he can find of the talks of Shuta Shava and Vaishnava Maharaj, and he's putting them together. So I've been listening to his classes recently. And he was saying that when he first met the devotees, he'd hear the cartels from a couple of blocks away, and he'd be so happy. And then it was such a beautiful sound. And then when they came closer, and then he could hear them chanting, and he said, I'd be so happy just to see the devotees and to hear the chanting. And then he says, and now why don't I feel like that now, after all these years? He said, you know, I can be, he said, I can be in the chanting. I can be even leading the chanting. And I don't feel like that like I did then. Well, why is that? He says, it's because of ego. Then, however dirty I was, I didn't have any ego in relation to Krishna consciousness. I didn't think I was somebody in Krishna consciousness. I didn't think I knew something about Krishna consciousness. I didn't have any of those things. And then after some time we do. No, he's been humble Vaishnava, but that's what he's saying, like we do. And that gets in the way of everything, you know. Very sweet anyway to hear Vaishnava Maharaj again, and his, but you know, they all the acharyas use words like desperation, layolyam. These are the words that go along with chanting. Desperate, feeling bereft. I've got nothing. All these are the words that go with it. You know, and we're like, but I can just go, You know, it's not desperate. It's just something. I don't know what it is.
Just to get them done.
You're just doing, to get it done, or And we understand that we are practicing that. So we're doing that because Gurudev has asked us to do that. So we are practicing, but we at least want to remember how the devotees, the actual devotees, what is their mood of chanting. So it's good to remember that as well as the actual downright offences, and those things that are not offensive in the same way, but still not the holy name. This holy name that we're praying will come and chant on our, dance on our tongue. Hare Krishna. Well, we have Vishnu Prija here. You're going to sing Hare Haraya Nama Krishna for us. Very good. Molto bene. Mucho.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Muy bien. I knew that one. See, I go away for a bit and I can't remember any Spanish. Muy bien. Yaraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopala Govindaram Shri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinakambarana Mohana Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Radha Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raghunatha Jai Gosai Gauri Charana Vandana Yahweh Jai Gunana Savishta Purana Jai Gosai Jai Muhitana Dasa Samana Padare Mora Panchagrasa Yadara Charana Savi Bhakta Sanivasa Janame Janame Mohe Amidasha Jai Gosai Ame Braje Koila Vasa Hare Krishna Nitya Gaura Prakasha Ananda Bhodo Hari Vaja Vindavana Vaishnava Parima Jayamana Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Kodiyasha Kohina Tumma Hari Nama Sankirtana Kohina Tumma Hari Hare Rama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Keshavaya Namah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Oh. Jai Sabrika Shishi Guru Gauranga Radha Girir Hari Juki Jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Maharaj Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Sundar Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Rakakshi Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Rupanuga Guru Maga Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai, Shri Ekachakra Dham Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Govardhana Dham Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, West London Chapter Ki Jai, Tuti devotee Ki Jai, all the devotees Ki Jai, all the London devotees Ki Jai, all the Venezuelan devotees Ki Jai. All the Colombian devotees Ki Jai, all the world devotees Ki Jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Nitai Gauranga Ki Jai, Gaura Gaura.